of Social Welfare, Mr. Bakshi, Dr. M.P. Lalu, Director and State Coordinator, State Resource Center on Disability Affairs, Mrs. Mara, MCS, Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities, who gave me a Christmas surprise by declaring me as Chief Minister. That was a pleasant surprise. Tom Dori, Director of the Department of Social Welfare, Mr. Scheme, Planning Officer, CTA, members of the NGOs representing persons with disabilities, heads of institutions, members of LIC department, education and other department, awardees. I especially would like to congratulate Dr. Scheme of Sankhya Institute, who's better half taught me in the university, and also Ricky, who came up to receive the award on behalf of his institution. We were together again in the university. Friends from the media fraternity, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. On an occasion like today, I'd like to remind each one of us that in a gathering where the majority of us are physically able, we should remind ourselves that most of us have eyesight but are yet to have vision. Most of us have feet but have yet to walk the walk of faith. Most of us have two hands but are yet to touch anybody's life. And therefore, when we assemble here to celebrate International Day of Persons with Disabilities, we should ask ourselves first, who are the disabled? Perhaps that question will elicit some soul searching, because we live in a society that is becoming increasingly very self-centered. And in such a society, a day like today should open windows of opportunities for us to revisit what we have learned so far in life. Because, like the saying goes, and this was W.B. Yeats, who said, education is not the filling of a veil, but the lighting of a spark. I do not know how many of us have had that spark lit in us, but a day like today should suffice to let that spark be ignited. Friends, it was Mother Teresa who said that the greatest and the most challenging disease in the world is not cholera or tuberculosis, but the disease of being ignored. I'm happy that the state government has come forward, as has been amplified in the speech of Mrs. Mara, that a lot of centers and government offices today are being made disabled compliant. Ramps have been constructed in a lot of government buildings, and a number of DPRs is also being prepared to ensure that the remaining offices and institutions have proper ramps for persons with disabilities. And to top it all, we have been having regular interface with various stakeholders to ensure that we do not only show care and attention, but also empathy to persons with disabilities. As I stand here today on behalf of the state government, I would like to share with you a few observations. When you recall that we have somebody who could not hear his own music properly, but became one of the best known composers of classical music in Ethiopia. When we have somebody who could write such moving music, but was unable to see, still you wonder, you know that God does certainly have a purpose for each one of us, irrespective of whether we have challenges, physical challenges, or otherwise. But I'm happy that a beginning has been made, and of course there is a lot of ground to be covered, but the important thing is that we have made rapid strides ahead, and we will continue to do so with the active support, with the active involvement of each one of you. I would like, before resuming my seat, to remind each one of us that rather than looking at just the government or institutions to solve problems for us, we should ask ourselves, are we part of the problem or are we part of the solution? Because if we are not part of the solution, then we are part of the problem. I would like to wind up by sharing the lines from a well-known song by Clifford Richard, Love and a Helping Hand. It takes a lifetime commitment to be God and help this land, because a lifetime of problems needs more than pious hands. Take a child who's 3 and I'll show you the man with a little bit of loving now and a helping hand. Thank you. God bless today's celebration.
Thank you so much.